everyone. I'm Dr. Allison Hull, and I have the joy of speaking with one of our tribe alum, Patty. And the reason why we're going to talk about Patty today is because she had a unique experience in going through well-being and her reasoning behind joining well-being. And I know when I talk to you now, you like kind of scream it from the rooftops as far as your...
Absolutely.
Yes, so I want you to scream it from the rooftops with our viewers here today. So let's get started.
Okay.
So Patty, tell me why you joined Wellbeing.
Well, I was diagnosed in February of 2019 with sarcoidism of the lungs.
And for people who don't know what sarcoidism is, can you please kind of share a little bit?
Well, I'll explain the technical side of it. It's just literally a disease that will attack any parts of your body, including your organs, your skin, your eyes. It can be in your brain, your heart, your lungs. And I was diagnosed it within my lungs and then found out that I had it in my eyes and in my skin. And it's where your body just attacks itself.
So yes, it's a multi-organ system inflammatory disease process. And you know, prior to starting Wellbeing, can you give us an insight as to kind of how you felt on an everyday basis with this disease process?
Before having the disease?
Before joining Wellbeing.
Oh, before Wellbeing. Yes. So I was exhausted. I used to do furniture refinishing, and just realized that, you know, as time was going on, I was just getting more and more tired, and I could do less and less work. And it got to the point that I just really wanted to sit on a chair all day and watch television because I had no energy to do anything. And thankfully, my husband was able to help us financially because I didn't do anything. That's all I did. Maybe emptied the dishwasher, did some laundry, but I was exhausted.
And what made you decide to join Wellbeing then?
Well, I was, about to go on a very toxic medication for my sarcoidism, and it was a medication that's put into chemotherapy, so I could have lost my hair, been very, very nauseous, and sick, and so I was petrified of that medication.
So you were kind of at this like crossroads, like either I go on this medicine that has crazy amount of side effects, or I make a decision to kind of take control of some of my health habits and just see what happens.
Yeah, I felt like I had nothing to lose, to be honest. When I saw the Wellbeing program introduced to me, I was like, well, what do I got to lose? I feel terrible, so let's see if this works.
And how would you describe your nutritional habits prior to joining Wellbeing?
So my nutritional habits up until January of 2019 were horrible. I was a sugaraholic. And then in January of 2019, I had horrible sciatica. And my girlfriend actually went on to the keto diet, and she had horrible sciatica. And she felt after being on the keto that she no longer needed her medications, and her sciatica was feeling much better. And so I was like, well, that's a no-brainer. Let me try that because sciatica is miserable. And so I started that and noticed a huge difference. But I still cheated. I still would have some Oreo cookies if they were sitting on the counter. I would, but I would know how much I could have so that I didn't inflame my sciatica. So I wasn't feeling like 100% yet, because that was still causing all inflammation in my body.
All right, so you were attempting a ketogenic diet. You were already kind of benefiting from doing that when you were able to be consistent.
Correct.
So then what happened when you joined Wellbeing? What was different with Wellbeing that helped you stay consistent?
Well, one, I learned about the whole process of why we do keto. I had no idea. I was just, doing it because it felt better. And then to learn what I was taught, which was that your good cells will actually destroy your bad cells, which I had no idea in my lifetime that was even possible. I thought once you damage your cells, you're stuck, and I always felt like I was going to be stuck.
So you kind of felt beforehand like self-defeated, like
right.
This is what it is. I can't really do much about it.
Right, not going to fix it. It's a chronic disease.
Right.
It's chronic.
That you need to go on, practically chemotherapy to improve upon otherwise. And so knowing the science, that was empowering to you.
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
Being educated on what I can do to fix this disease, at least put it to sleep. It's never going to go away, but I put it to sleep.
You put it to sleep.
Mm-hmm.
So now that you've completed the 12-week program and you're months out, kind of give us an example of the daily life of Patty today.
So the old Patty would, eat not so great foods, and when you start this program, you have to monitor your food intake. You monitor what kind of foods you're eating, and I was shocked to find out that I was not getting proper protein. That was huge. And so I supplemented with some natural powder that I put in my coffee in the morning. But now I'm eating a lot of protein during the day, natural, healthy proteins to make sure that I get to where my numbers are. So having that system where you can see exactly what you're putting in your body and knowing that you've got to where you need to be at the end of the day is huge, because that way you're feeding your body properly. And I never really was a green girl. Like, we'd have a small salad and I was like, sometimes I wouldn't even have a salad. And now I'm like addicted to kale.
Yes.
So I can't even leave it in the oven without me trying to grab it and eat it, which, if anybody knows me, is not the norm for me at all. So it's been huge, life-changing. I make a big salad in the beginning of the week and literally will take out of that salad every day and eat out of it, because I was lazy. I didn't want to have to make foods for myself, and making a salad was a big project for me.
But isn't it so interesting how when you feel so good from eating those foods, how it no longer is a chore. It no longer is sacrificial.
Exactly.
And that's where this beautiful intrinsic motivation takes place, where you're doing it simply because you feel so good.
Exactly. And when you do eat those foods and then say you cheat and you do eat something unhealthy, your body immediately tells you. And so that food now becomes toxic to me, like the medicine would have been.
Yep. And so it becomes the self-fulfilling prophecy.
Right.
So being that I know a lot of people kind of feel apprehensive, overwhelmed with, really making changes within their diet long term, what advice can you give them as far as, okay, embrace it, don't be afraid? What would you say to them if they're contemplating joining Wellbeing or any other kind of, health improvement process? What would you say to them?
I would say, if you want your life back, try it. What have you got to lose? I literally was sitting in a chair all day, every day, and now you can't stop me. My dad says I'm the Energizer Bunny, because I'm just going. I feel great. I really do. So, I highly recommend this program.
And now you're back to doing
Working?
your work?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Oh,
Yep.
and how is that going?
It's going wonderful. I love being back to work. You don't realize how much you miss it. It's seems like it would be fun to be sitting all day watching television, but it's not. You want to be up and active and moving around and feeling good.
Right.
And I was going to doctor's appointments 2-3 times a week. And now it's once every 6 months just to be checked. So it's great. It's been a huge blessing.
So fantastic. Well, Patty, thank you so much for
Absolutely.
sharing your journey with us and being such a leader with our new tribe members coming in and sharing your story. And of course, you leading helps you stay accountable.
Yep.
It helps our new tribe members endure the process. So we're so grateful for you and just so happy that you have your life back.
Well, I'm grateful for you guys to be able to have a life back. And I recommend, if you have any diseases, that you start this program and try it for yourself, because I have autoimmune, and then the sarcoidism and chronic sinusitis. So 3 chronic diseases, and you would have no idea now looking at me and watching me.
And on that, I also want to highlight, people think about doing something like this because they want weight loss.
Mm-hmm.
You're a prime example that it's not always about weight loss,
right?
It's about living and feeling and thriving in life. And if you happen to lose weight in the process, great.
Right.
But that's not our sole driving force.
It just kind of comes with the program. You eat healthy, you take care of your body, and good things happen. So.
Well, thank you guys for watching. Thank you, Patty. And
thank you, Dr. Holt.
and we'd love for you to join our tribe.